Welcome. In today's video, we are going to be looking at how to overcome trust issues in a relationship and learn how to love him again. This is going to answer the question, how can you overcome trust issues in any relationship? And watch to the end as you will be able to overcome trust issues where he is concerned in any area of your life. My name is Stephen Biko. And in this channel, I provide wisdom applicable to progress in any area of your life. Whether you watch this channel for advice in your love life, or whether you're here because you like the ways of thinking in general that you get from this channel, you're going to be able to apply this to anything you want to achieve this year. You may reach me and join me in supporting this show through www.patreon.com/realwisdom and be a VIP member. Before we go on, like this video and show me love by subscribing, as I have a big number of people watching the show and not yet subscribed. Help me to change this just by hitting the subscribe button down here, and if you're not yet subscribed, and join me in delivering quality content for your business. Thank you. Now let's get started. Chances are good that at some point of your life you were experiencing betrayal by someone that you loved. In most instances, this is not intentional, but because as humans we make mistakes. How you and your partner handle the situation is key to your relationship's survival. In today's video, we are going to be looking at 1. The importance of trust in a relationship. The second thing you're going to be looking at is what causes trust issues in a relationship. And that number 3, what if you have previous mistrust experiences? And the fourth thing is going to be I'm going to share with you my personal experience with trust issues. And then the fifth one is how to bring back trust in your relationship. And finally, I'm going to give you a candid analysis of this aspect. So 1, what is the importance of trust in a relationship? Trust is an act of placing confidence in someone or something else. Trust is necessary for a relationship to thrive. Without it, fear rules. For a loving relationship to flourish, several aspects need to function optimally. One of the most important aspects is trust. When there are trust issues in a relationship, it can create judgment and fear. Over time, suspicion and doubts about the relationship will grow. To be truly happy in any relationship, both the individuals involved must be able to trust each other. At the beginning of a relationship, there is usually a lot of excitement, and small transgressions are easily forgiven and set aside. Once you get past the initial infatuation, however, and the relationship begins to blossom, you truly begin to learn where the relationship is headed, and deep foundation of trust can begin to develop or be diffused. These questions can help you to determine if there is someone that you can fully trust. So, what causes trust issues in any relationship? If you have trust issues in your relationship, there are usually 2 places this can emanate from. 1 is from an experience that you had in a previous relationship that prevents you from trusting again. The second is when something has happened in your current relationship that has stirred mistrust in this relationship. If your trust issues stem from the previous relationship, it is important to remember that no 2 relationships are the same. You cannot hold your current partner or hold him responsible for something that occurred in the past or something that he had nothing to do with it. If your trust issues are due to your current partner creating mistrust in your relationship, this should be addressed head on. You need to determine if you desire to move past the betrayal and work on your relationship. If you both desire to work through things, it is worth the shout. If one or both of you is not interested in repairing the relationship, then there is nothing much that can do about it. So, what if you have previous mistrust experiences? Trust issues often come from early life experiences and interacting with our parents, siblings, or guardians. These issues may originate as far back as the childhood in the form of trauma or at school or with classmates. They can stem from the abuse of social rejection or just having self-esteem. People with low self-esteem are less likely to trust others. It may also stem from the previous romantic relationship that involved infidelity. Trust issues can be associated with depression, anxiety, fear of abandonment, and attachment issues. What about taking and rebuilding of the trust in a relationship? Being open, honest, and trustworthy can help your relationship to grow. This will also help you to build confidence in each other. The key is to open your heart and authentically trust your partner. It is important to trust. If someone proves to be untrustworthy, then you can start to evaluate your relationship. Every relationship has its issues and challenges that push our buttons that arise during the relationship. You see, the important key is to be proactive in addressing these issues, to confront them head on and find a resolution. You can watch the video how to regain broken trust in a relationship on this channel, and remember to hit the subscribe button down here and keep winning. Let's look into my personal experience with trust issues. Have you ever wondered if friends of the opposite sex are okay? They are if you know how to set boundaries. I had this issue come up within our relationship and I had to do a reality check. A year into the relationship, my partner had a secret friend of the opposite sex. It was an emotional relationship and not a physical one, but it was one that was slippery slope. It could have ended our relationship, but fortunately for us, we are both able to move past it. Our relationship became stronger than ever because we are becoming committed to being together. The shift for us was I prepared on this video smart relationships and marriage goals and questions to ask your partner. I listed some great questions about what is healthy and what is not. When we both watched it and rewatched it with my partner, it was a huge wake-up call and realized how she stumbled down the dangerous path and hurt me. Luckily for us, there was a huge shift and my videos became our emotional focus therapist and addressed the issue head-on rather than shoving things under the carpet. For the first few months after this occurred, I did not trust her 100%, even though she was committed to us and our relationship. One of my favorite quotes by President Ronald Reagan is, "Trust but verify." So while I am not proud that I did check upon her for the first few months, it did allow me to get the reassurance that I needed. It helped me to realize that she was true to her words and I learned to trust her again. Now, after several years, there are times that something will come out that makes me to cock up my head like a dog does when it hears something. It is something that I am aware that will come up again due to my experience in this relationship. Our relationship has been changed forever by this experience, but in many ways, it has become stronger and has helped to strengthen our bond. I learned to trust again, and you can too. If you had doubts about the fidelity of your relationship, you may find yourself having a tough time trying to believe and understand your partner's actions. They will be constantly trying to convince you of their loyalty. So the big question is, how do you bring back the trust in your relationship? I'm going to share some ways that you can bring a trust in your relationship. First is to open your communication. Lack of communication can cause irreparable harm in a relationship, especially if you're relying on hope to magically erase issues and to go away. That simply is not going to happen. Sharing how you feel authentically is important to share your secrets with each other. Having secrets just between the two of you can strengthen your bond. Remind each other of the words and the deeds and express how much you mean to each other. Make sure your partner knows your inner circle. This will make them feel that they belong, and this can increase your bound and ease any insecurity. Then try to see things from their perspective. If they are not feeling comfortable trusting you fully, put yourself in their shoes and see what you can do to alleviate their concern. Then seek therapy if it's needed. Find someone you can talk to individually and together and to get to the bottom of your trust issues so that you can move on with your life. My candid thoughts on this issue today. You see, in a book, Not Just Friends, but Rebuilding Trust and Recovering Your Sanity After Infidelity by Shirley Glass, she's mentioned that it is normal to be disoriented and confused for some time after infidelity. You see, movies and songs may trigger you and electrify the incident. Betrayal partners cannot seem to stop obsessing about the incident until they have all the answers, and this can take months. Forgive the pain, but remember the lesson. Things will never be the same again when betrayal has occurred. But you can still heal and have a happy, trustworthy relationship with your man. It is possible to rebuild trust in a relationship after it is broken. Both the partners are interested in fixing the relationship and moving forward. The key is for both you, the individual, is to open full communication of their feelings and realize that time heals all wounds. Also seek the counsel of a trusted therapist. It is okay to get help. You'll be glad that you did it. One of the biggest problems when looking at regaining trust is keeping the correct people around you as friends, as you cannot have your best friends divorced and single and imagine that they will support you to hold your marriage together. Change your friends to people who treasure their partners and respect them, as this will rub on you. Secondly, if finances was an issue, ensure that you found a circle of rich friends who will open up your world of multiple streams of income to live a comfortable life and work with integrity. Thirdly, ensure that you work with your communication skills and knowledge so that whenever you open up your mouth, the world will have something to benefit and to learn, and it will grow to love you. We have looked at how to overcome trust issues in a relationship, and this has empowered you to be able to do it. To keep winning in your relationship and marriage, you need to watch the video How to Regain Broken Trust in a Relationship on this channel, and ensure that you hit the subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, and be notified when the quality videos are released by clicking on the bell. Until next time, have a good one and see you in the next one.